The ups and downs continue for PWHL Toronto as they look to dig themselves out of the basement. Hey everyone, Rob Wong, joined alongside by Mike Ganter of the Toronto SUN, who is covering the PWHL. And Mike, when we spoke last week, PWHL Toronto had one win a week later, and they have now two wins after a shootout victory over Montreal on Saturday, but they did lose to Ottawa on Tuesday. Before we get to their overall play, an interesting wrinkle in Tuesday's game. Head coach Troy Ryan starting Erica Howe over Kristen Campbell, who's been the starter for the majority of these games. What did you make of that move?
Yeah, I thought it was timely. Erica is from the Ottawa area. She's from Orleans, and she's going to have to start at some point. I mean, they weren't going to let Kristen run the entire schedule. Kristen has started 6 in a row. It was, like I say, it was time. It didn't look good off of that first goal. I mean, that was some bad luck there, and some. It probably had Troy second guessing himself for a second there, but I thought she played well. She bounced back from that early one. I don't think the second goal was necessarily her fault, and then she held them in. I mean, this could have been a 4-3 or a 5-4 game, but the way it was going to end up in Ottawa's favor.
Yeah, it definitely did. And when you look at the overall play for this Toronto team, they are playing well. I mean, they're out shooting their opponents almost every single game, but just not getting the results. I know you've talked a lot about the offensive struggles for this team, and they're just not finishing right now. But is it a case of you just got to stick with it and hope the bounces start going your way?
That's part of it for sure. I mean, offensively, I don't think they're. They do have to work on their power play. It's. I mean, they're 1 for 19 now. If it's not the worst in the league, it's the second worst. Them and Montreal are both having problems with the power play for sure. But I mean, offensively, yeah, they're getting their chances. They're doing what they have to do. I think the finish will come. If you want to look back at Monday night or Tuesday night and find some positives, you saw Brittany Howard get her first goal. She's going to be key for this team. She's a sniper, and she needs to score, and that's her first goal. So maybe that's a weight off of her shoulders. Blair Turnbull, she got her first point of the season. I mean, we knew she wasn't going to go pointless. But again, I don't care how experienced you are and how confident you are until you get that first point, and it's always in the back of your mind, and you're thinking, is this ever going to come for me? So, yeah, there were a few positives that way in terms of the offense sort of breaking out. But in terms of fixing it, I really think that it actually starts with the defense. The defense, they're taking too many risks. They're opening themselves up and then putting themselves in a hole. And once you're in a hole and playing from behind, the offense, again, starts to hold their sticks a little tighter, and it's more amplified. Like, we got to do this now. So, again, defensively, just play your position, be solid, don't give the puck away. I really think that's a big part of this. I do believe the offense will come. It doesn't look good right now. 2-5 is not the way anybody saw this team starting. But I still have confidence in this group. They have the talent and they have the coaching and they have the experience. So I think they'll bounce back. It's just they got to get through this hump.
Yeah, the numbers not looking great now as far as the goal differential goes. -11, which is worst in the league. We'll see what they have in store back home on Friday as they take on New York for the third time this season. As always, you can find Mike's PWHL Toronto coverage in the Toronto Sun.